What if I told you your unpaid credit card debt might vanish after 7 years, but not in the way that you think? Well, stick around because what you don't know can seriously cost you. Hi, I'm Rob, a financial coach for more than 20 years. I get how confusing debt can feel, especially with so many sketchy ads out there. So I'm here to break down what's real, what's not, and how you can finally start tackling your debt with confidence and clarity. In this video, we're digging into one of the most misunderstood topics in personal finance. What actually happens to unpaid credit card debt after 7 years? Here's what we'll cover. The 7-year credit card debt myth. What really changes? Can debt collectors still call you? And smart ways to pay off old credit card debt. If you're struggling with credit card debt or just want to know your rights, this video is for you. Does debt disappear after 7 years? Not exactly. Here's the truth that they don't always tell you. You stopped paying on a credit card 7 years ago. You're getting fewer calls, your credit report doesn't show it anymore, and you're thinking, great, I'm off the hook. But here's the truth. After 7 years, your credit report clears the debt, but that doesn't mean the debt is forgiven. That 7-year mark is tied to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It'll fall off the report 7 years from the date of first delinquency, but that's only about how lenders see you, not whether the debt still legally exists. And here's where it gets tricky. The statute of limitations on the debt, which is the legal window during which creditors can still sue you, varies by state. It could be 3 years in one place and 10 in another. Even worse, if you make a small payment or even just promise to pay, you could restart the clock on the statute of limitations, which means they may now be legally allowed to sue you, even if the original debt was expired. Think about this. You're trying to do the right thing. You pick up a call from a creditor just to say, I'll see what I can do. Or you send a small goodwill payment. It feels responsible in the moment, but that tiny action could reset the clock and bring that debt back to life legally. Have you ever felt unsure if your debt was really gone or had a collector try to restart your payment clock? Drop your story in the comments because others definitely need to hear it. If your debt's over 7 years old, why are collectors still calling you? Sometimes every single day. Well, here's what's going on and how you can make it stop. Even if your debt is more than 7 years old and even if the statute of limitations is passed, debt collectors can still contact you. Legally, they can ask you to pay, but they can't force you or sue you in most cases. Thanks to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, you have the power to protect your peace of mind. Debt collectors can't call before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., threaten you, call your work if you ask them not to, or keep contacting you if you send them a written cease and desist letter. If you've ever felt trapped by nonstop phone calls, like you can't even enjoy dinner without that number popping up again, it's not just annoying, it's emotionally draining. The good news is, you don't have to live like that. A cease and desist letter can legally stop the calls. It won't erase the debt, but it does give you breathing room while you decide your next step. If you're not sure if the debt is even legit or within the statute of limitations, you can request a debt validation letter. This forces the collector to prove that the debt is real before you do anything. Have you had to deal with aggressive calls from collectors? What's the hardest part? Constant calls, confusion, fear? Drop a note in the comments and let's support each other. Tired of feeling like your debt is controlling your life? Well, whether it's old or recent, here's how to finally take back the wheel without making things worse. Ignoring the debt might feel easier, but it can cause bigger problems later. Here are 3 smart strategies that can help. Negotiate a settlement. Most debt collectors will accept less than you owe, sometimes 30 to 50% less. But make sure you get the agreement in writing before you pay and never, and I mean never, give direct access to your bank account. Work with a debt relief program. A reputable service like Freedom Debt Relief can negotiate on your behalf and resolve your debt faster without bankruptcy. Create a DIY payoff plan. You can try the snowball method, which means starting to pay off the smallest debt first, or the avalanche method, which means targeting the debt with the highest interest rate. Either way, you need a sustainable plan that fits your budget. Which method sounds right for you? Drop settlement, relief, or DIY in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're thinking about your next steps. So, what happens to unpaid credit card debt after 7 years? Well, it may drop off your credit report, and it might become uncollectible depending on your state, but it doesn't just vanish, and you still need a game plan. If this helped clarify things, give it a like, and hit that subscribe button. We've got more debt busting tips every single week. And when you're ready to learn more about managing and resolving debt, check out freedomdebtrelief.com. There's a whole toolbox of resources waiting for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.